Awesome.
Hello. We got Stephanie from Santa Fe Storage in Florida here with us today. And Stephanie, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit, talk a little bit about, what your role is there, and a little bit about the facility itself.
Well, we're here in sunny Florida. I have 3 locations that I'm responsible for. I apologize.
Good music.
Business doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And that was one of the office cell phones with my camera tech because I'm having issues at another property. So our Gainesville property is our largest property, which is where I'm at now. And thank heavens for the Storage Group and ClickandStor to get through the last few months. They unfortunately, one of my offices it's very small. So it had to be shut down. We couldn't stay in compliance with social distancing and keeping our tenants safe and keeping our employees safe. So that office had to close. It's recently been reopened. But still, even with the facility closed, or with the office closed, we kept rocking and rolling. And that's all because of all these little pieces that me and the owners put into play. I was able to work from home. I was quarantined. Not fun. I'm not built to work from home. I like staying busy and running. So it's been a challenge, but we got through it, and we're still here, and we're just rocking and rolling with it.
Great. Well, thanks for doing this, Stephanie, and we'll just go through a few questions here. And so first of all, what brought Santa Fe Self-Storage to the Storage Group? What were some of the pain points or some of the decision-making parts of coming to us?
Probably one of the biggest points was flexibility. I run 3 facilities, so I'm on the move. I could be at all 3 facilities 4 or 5 times in a day sometimes. It just depends on what's happening. But because no matter which facility I'm at, I have access to the dashboard. I can see what's going on. When we were in shutdown, that was critical for me because I could watch the analytics coming through. With the ClickandStor, it was absolutely invaluable. When the craziness started with the shutdowns, my tenants still needed to be able to have access to their unit. And whether it was to pay, to change credit card information, a lot of people had to set up temporary pay. All that's easy peasy. They could reserve units online. It was absolutely phenomenal. I didn't know what the future was going to hold, in March, but because of the flexibility with the Storage Group and ClickandStor, we really didn't see a decline in anything. If anything, it went up, which is actually shocking. And I think it's simply because we gave our tenants access to be able to get a unit, to reserve an additional unit, brand new tenants. They were all taken care of just because of ClickandStor and the Storage Group.
Awesome. Thanks. So a little bit about the question about efficiency. So you run 3 facilities. So that's a handful of responsibility. So tell the audience here a little bit about how ClickandStor helps with that kind of workload that you have.
It's almost like having a personal assistant, honestly. Anything that I need, because I'm constantly, the owners will ask about something going on at my fingertips. And whether it's through the dashboard, or if I need to actually email Jill or Joyce or anyone there at the Storage Group, quick response. I mean, they're on the money every single time. I don't wait 2 or 3 days like before for someone to get back to me. It's almost instant. The support that you get, it's unmatched so far. I've been doing this since 2016. I kind of fell into the position. I started off as an assistant, Then started running 2 of the facilities, and now I'm running all 3, and we're fixing to add a 4th, which is a completely different venture, which the storage group is also going to be involved with. Because again, online, that you have to have it. We have more and more tenants are getting the ClickStore app now. So that provides one more piece of that easiness, that flexibility that me and my tenants need. And especially right now, we need that.
Great, great. And so, so with regard to the tenant, you're talking about the tenant experience, and then they start using more of the ClickStore app. What do you hear from their perspective on what makes it easier for them, or what are some of the advantages to their life that you guys using ClickStore online helps them with?
One of the things that, and it kind of stuck with me, is one of my tenants said, unlike when she pays other bills online, with the ClickStore app, she clicks pay bill. And because she has saved, she's on the app and it's saved her information, it goes right to it. She clicks another button and she's done. So within a few seconds, she's got her bill taken care of. She doesn't have to worry about it. She can do it in line when and that's actually what she said. She goes, I remembered I had to pay my storage bill. I'm in line at McDonald's getting breakfast and I paid my storage bill before I ever got my breakfast. So that kind of efficiency is key. And it was key before the shutdowns and that kind of thing. So we're in a college town over here. So everything online, that's what they do. You know, everything they do is online. They order their food online. You know, they rent movies online. Everything is online. So being able to have access with our students here, that's a big thing over here. At my Stark location, it's the military. They do everything online. And without this platform that I have right now, and how easy it is to make a reservation, it's essentially a one-click kind of thing. They put in their first name, last name, and a phone number, and they're done. They choose their unit and they're done.
Awesome.
That's huge. That's key.
Yeah. And so the last part of this is, you know, you said you've been in the business since 2016, so you've got a good number of years in. You've got an audience here of other operators and other owners, and so you know, coming out of this hopefully coming out of this pandemic thing that we've been in, any lessons learned, any tips that you might be able to provide them, you know, given this situation and perhaps this thing even venturing into the fall of this year?
Patience. That's number one, is patience. Learning how to communicate, because with all of the sneeze guards and the social distancing, you lose that valuable contact with your tenants. So there's other ways around that. You know, when we give receipts, we have a piece of candy taped to the receipt. We don't have the candy bowls out anymore because we don't want a bunch of people touching the candy. So it's just those little touches. We put an extra tree in the lobby. It just makes it more inviting. We've kind of changed how we operate as far as after hour phone calls and that type of thing. Technically, my tenants have access to me 24/7. If there is an issue that's not a 911 kind of emergency, but if there is an issue, we tell all of our tenants, we don't answer the phone after hours, but we listen to voicemails immediately. If there is an issue, if there's a problem, do not hesitate to call us. It also helps that we've changed, when tenants come in, they can actually see that we are monitoring the facility. We let them know that we have access to these cameras remotely. They're not alone. If you need to come out, especially some of our college students, I have a lot of single females. Don't be afraid to come out here in the dark. You're not alone. So amping up and telling your customers exactly what your amenities are and how you can help them and how you can keep them safe, that's key. They really like that we're doing everything we can to keep them safe, and it keeps my employees safe. Our websites stay up on our computers. So when we have a tenant come in, we encourage them to make that contactless payment, but we're still there. We're smiling at them. We're conversing with them, but they're doing everything online, and it keeps them safe and keeps us safe.
Cool. Great. So almost like a point of sale device, huh? That's pretty
It really is. It really is.
That's cool. All right, Stephanie, I appreciate you taking a bit out of your day today to spend with us and kind of just tell a little bit of story. We appreciate you. We appreciate your group's vested interest in us, and we hope that we're giving back to you the same. And God bless you and your family. And
thank you.
We hope that somehow, some way, we all come out of this in a better way.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so very much.
Okay, great. Thank you again. Have a great day.
You too. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.